Hi, we are in Albania, in the capital, Tirana, and we are going to continue from Tirana towards the border between Albania and Montenegro. So let's get started. See, it's only 40 here in the city.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
In the roundabout with 30, that's reasonable.
Exit down.
But normally it's 50 in city centers. But here it's 40. Well, let's continue. I think that the CS has done a good job with this Western Balkan or West Balkan DLC. Buildings looks great. Terrain is great, so I like it very much. Not able to use Promotes map because if I load Promotes map, then I disable the West Balkan DLC. So now I want to try the SES map for the time being. I have been playing around with different variations of graphical settings in the game. I think that now I got rid of not all the flickering, but most of it. So I think that I have to be satisfied for the time being. I also tried some mods with reshade, some of them okay, at least one. Some other I dislike it because it means that you have to disable most of the graphical settings that you have in the game. So I ended up with one of the reshade mods, the one that I found that I was able to go back to my own settings. So if you're interested, we could have a look at the settings I'm using now. Let's go for the option and the graphics. This is the resolution, refresh rate default, scaling 400%, and those two parameters. If I load one of the other reshade mode, this must be disabled. Same with depth of DOF on sun shafts. Reflection scaling is set to 200%, and I have most of the parameters as high as possible, except for mirror distance. I found that what really steals the FPS in the game is mirrors. I want to have the mirror quality high and also the resolution, and then I had to reduce the mirror distance from ultra to medium. So that's the setup that I'm using now. So let's continue driving. As you see, I got rid of most of the flickering. Of course, here on this very tight fence, you can see some flickering also at the roof over there. but it's less than it used to be. So for the time being, I'm satisfied in a way. I will for sure come back to some other testing later on, but I will do this setup for a while, I think. So now let's concentrate on the driving. Now it's increased to 50, that's good. So then we are out of Tirana. Got 60 now.
Stay left.
Oh, 50 again. I found that in Albania, on secondary roads, the speed limits for trucks is 60. The only other country on the SES, and also the same with the promo map, that has such a low speed limit on secondary roads is Germany. Most other has either 70 or most of them has 80. The one with 80 of course is the one that also have 80 on the highways. Now we are able to go to a highway here in Albania, and then speed limit is 80. On the cruise control I always set it to 85 because the gearbox or transmission box, whatever you like to call it, I'm using, are only able to shift up to 12th gear around 82-83 kilometers per hour. Then we are down to 60 and then even down to 40 on this wide open highway. Oh, there's something going on over here. Are we able to get in front of that Mercedes? Yes. Construction work going on. Hopefully we'll end up with a nice road. But then I guess that we are back to 60. Yes. Wow. That was a very dry river. Even though I set the daylight mode to autumn, of course, as you see, the rest from what you can see, it's see from all the plants and the trees, it's summertime. I'm not able to change that. There are of course some mods that you could use with autumn, winter, spring. I tried them and I like them, but you need to update quite often, and they also are quite heavy. So it means that you get a longer time when you start up the game. And if you have Pro Mods Map in addition, it takes very long time to start up the game. I have around 60 active mods in use now. Wow, what happened to the bridge? A quarter of the bridge was missing.
At the roundabout, take the
Grass in the middle, yes, why not? When we do it like this, the flickering is almost gone. You can see something on the roof over there. No, it's not flickering, it's the wind and the shadows or some of the trees. Of course, we are now standing still, and then we are able to see the fence without flickering. If we are able to start up, it seems to take some time here. We will see what happens to the flickering. Now it's overturned.
Exit now.
Going to turn left soon, so change over.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit down.
Maybe you noticed that I do the roundabout in a different way than the IA drivers from SES. And that's quite annoying because they are not driving according to the general traffic rules. At least not to the rules that I am familiar with. I've been driving in most of the Western European countries and also in US and Canada. They have the same rules as we have in Western Europe, all over. Maybe there are different rules in Eastern Europe. I don't know, because I've never been driving a car myself there. But then, if that's the case, then SES should apply those rules only in the Eastern European countries, not all over the map as I have done today. Complaining. As I said earlier in the video, I find this West Balkan DLC quite nice, even though due to the graphical engine that SES is using, all the new DLCs and also the reworked areas steals a lot of FPS. If we have been in the northern part or in France, for instance, now, then we would typically had around 100 FPS. Now we are 70-80 area, up to 90 now. There we can see we are approaching the border. Then we are going to cross over to Macedonia. My intention was to stop at the border. Maybe we cross over to border controls on both sides. I think we do that before we stop the video.
At the roundabout, take the second exit. Exit now.
Somebody with problems? So, here we are at the border. See if there are a separate lane for trucks. Yes, it is. The rightmost lane. Truck lane. Oh, that's good. And no queue today. That's also nice. Even though in the real world it's normally are heavy queues at the border crossings. That I like that better when there are more traffic around the border crossing. Feels more realistic when it takes half an hour in game time to cross the border. And we continue here on the right lane. Yes, next border cross, next control. So, everything in order. I've never received another message that everything is not in order. That would have been something. So we go in here, say goodbye to the lady, park, and then stop it. Maybe we should have a look outside to see how it is here. Oh, nothing special. As you see, it's my default Scania S with Toten transport delivery. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please press the like button. And also I would appreciate very much if you made some comments, and even better if you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for now and goodbye.